It's just the beginning. Vitaly kicks streamers, arrest in Philippines.
I'm right here.
If there was one cringe streamer who crossed all the limits...
Yeah, excuse me, madam.
Sorry.
You, if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No.
It's Russian-American YouTuber Vitaly Zdtv.
Isang dayuhan sa isang commercial at business district sa Taguig.
Hello. Paparazzi, you are best thing to us.
And despite getting arrested by the Philippines police, Vitaly is planning something bigger than any other streamer.
Secretary John Remulla will now make a statement.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
It's civil criminal. I mean, it's criminal. It will maybe last 2 to 3 years.
Oh.
Then the minimum charge, I think, will be 5 years per guilty verdict.
You see, 3 weeks before humiliating the Philippines on streets,
No.
Turn it on.
No.
Turn it on.
No.
Turn it on.
No.
This is GTA. It came out of your foot. What? Is that okay or no? Okay.
Huliin mo, kuya. Huliin mo. Oh, God, bro.
How much to sell your dog to China? I have a question for you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
Vitaly uploaded this video on his channel. The title of the video said, "Vitaly is back," where he praised himself as a supervillain for performing dangerous stunts.
Most fascinating part about supervillains.
Whether it was about storming the football field, stopping the NBA finals, climbing the Hollywood sign, and even the Great Pyramids of Egypt. This man does not care what society or its laws could do against him.
Philippine authorities have arrested Russian-American vlogger Vitaly Zdtv,
for which he is ready to cross all limits, so that he proudly call himself the goat of all pranks, while his streamer friends call him so.
Vitaly is a literal legend. Without Vitaly, a lot of these motherfuckers would not be here.
What exactly Vitaly did in the Philippines, and what is he planning to do next? Because as he uploaded this video 3 weeks back, he perfectly knew what could be the consequences of his actions in the Philippines. Most importantly, what is that actual reason that turned innocent kid Vitaly to the most dangerous streamers on the planet?
Oh my God!
Real lifestyle.
Disrespecting locals of a foreign country. What an a-hole. Vitaly, I just want to say, bro, you going to prison in the Philippines for 25 years is the funniest thing you have ever done. Thanks for finally making me laugh. 3 weeks ago, he was back. Now he's gone again. Laughing my ass off. When a hate like this develops in people's heart, it represents how much pain Vitaly gave to his viewers. And every time he did a crazy prank, the hatred level grew bigger and stronger. However, behind this big smile and holding his arrest warrant in his hand, there was a time when Vitaly lived a simple life. Feeling excited to see this cake, around 28 years ago, Vitaly lived every moment in Odessa, Ukraine. But after the Russia-Ukraine war, the same place is unrecognizable today. When his mother moved with him to the United States, Vitaly was just 14 years old. And with no support from his father, Vitaly's mother was his only hope. Now imagine what would a child do when he barely has any food or money to survive. He would take any job to get through the entire day. And that is what Vitaly did. From working as a garbage collector for $5 an hour to becoming a busboy in a Miami restaurant, to even doing an adult scene with porn star Diamond Kitty when he turned 18. Vitaly did everything he could to survive in the United States. He said, "I needed the money. You only live once. I am trying to do everything possible." But just like any other immigrant, he had a choice to build his reputation on acceptable grounds, to be remembered for good, or do something that will make people hate him for the rest of his life. Unfortunately, Vitaly chose the second one.
Kiss me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand over there.
Oh, yo.
Stand 3 feet away from me right now. You understand that?
At the age of 20, Vitaly uploaded his very first video on YouTube, where he began asking random men for a kiss. He kept the title, Disturbing the Peace Part 1, and even attracted more than 5 million views.
Kiss me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand over there.
Oh, yo.
Stand 3 feet away from me right now. You understand that?
Man, move that shit out of here, man. Are you out of your mind?
We're just trying to have some fun.
Of course, no one liked it, but for Vitaly, it was his ticket to enter Hollywood. You see, in an interview, he expressed that YouTube videos will act as a sample for his audition to become a movie star. Specifically speaking, he said, "I am pursuing my career through YouTube, so when I go to auditions, I have a resume to show, because a lot of it is acting." However, in pursuance of entertaining his viewers, he didn't realize the precious things he was about to lose. Within a few months, Vitaly went from helping viewers on how to pick up girls to committing crazy pranks on black people. Although the video attracted more than 33 million views, many viewers began calling him a racist for targeting black people intentionally. Like one person commenting, 6,258 black people are embarrassed, or another one stating, that zombie was racist. The situation took a disturbing turn when Vitaly's girlfriend, his friends, started distancing themselves from his crazy behavior. Nonetheless, Vitaly was obsessed with the majority of his viewers' satisfaction. He said, "My girlfriend hates me, all my friends, my best friend, we are not friends anymore. I am on my phone constantly, YouTube comments mean a lot to me." And as his years of obsession carried on, Vitaly was about to face his biggest competitor.
Paparazzi, you are best in class on a papa.
After landing in Philippines, Vitaly uploaded a kick stream about on a mission to find a wife in the Philippines. But he didn't realize that his cringy behavior will not be tolerated in this country. Within a few days of streaming, he went from being a normal tourist to one of the most hated tourists they have ever seen. Like in this incident where he forcefully stopped a woman and then abused her for not accepting free money.
I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay.
Or this incident where he stole a security guard's cap for stopping him to record. And when the locals tried to stop him from misbehaving, he abused them in return.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
He even challenged the police to stop him from recording.
Yes. No. What are you gonna do? Hello. Hold it. Hello. 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 Hello.
Not to mention the moments when he stole a cop's bike, as well as a giant fan from a shop. Fortunately, in support of the Philippines, another streamer confronted Vitaly for embarrassing the locals.
I'm here speaking for the Filipino people.
Yeah.
When I say you're not going to come here and fuck with the locals for views.
Do you want?
You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do I do? You haven't watched my
I have watched your streams and you're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of fucking walk.
Oh, what are you gonna do about it?
Surprisingly, this guy was adamant on his behavior and somehow believed that his viewers were loving him to do such acts. However, somewhere in the background, the immigration police were keeping a close eye on all his movements and were waiting for the right time to take action. Specifically speaking, Vitaly was breaking the laws of Philippines Immigration Act of 1940, where it is clearly mentioned, if he causes any discomfort to local people, then he could be imprisoned for a minimum 5 years in prison.
Criminal, maybe it's criminal, it will maybe last 2 to 3 years. Then the minimum charge, I think, will be 5 years per guilty verdict.
And then Vitaly committed the biggest mistake of his life.
Yes, he has, I think, 30 videos in the Philippines, all that, making a fool of Filipinos.
Oh, wow. Okay, 30 videos. And lumabas sa video, nung binabasahan siya ng Miranda rights, nagkikiss pa siya, nagfa-flying kiss.
When the Bureau of Immigration closely analyzed his videos, they noticed that Vitaly was intentionally doing such acts to destroy the reputation of the Philippines. Like he wanted to prove how Russians or Americans are better than the Philippines.
Paparazzi, you are best in class on a papa.
Now, at first, he thought that just like he got out of prison in other major incidents, the Philippine police will also let him go in the end. For example, after climbing the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt, Vitaly spent 5 days in prison, yet he was released after paying 10,000 Egyptian pounds. And in another case in Miami, he even assaulted a female jogger and caused a 2-inch cut above her right eye. Yet he was released from custody after paying a $7,500 bond. So all these incidents created a picture in his mind that he is always above the law, and whatever he will do, no one can stop him from catching his target. But just when Vitaly was about to escape from the Philippines, the CIDG, the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group of Philippines, caught him outside. Now, he may have thought that the Filipino police might release him in a few days. However, the Bureau of Immigration has made it clear that Vitaly will not be deported.
Hearing pa lang yun. Pero so it means it's clear he will not be deported just like that.
Oh no, hindi talagang we made a conscious decision not to have him deported.
That's because on the basis of the crimes he has committed, his trial will proceed for a minimum of 2 to 3 years.
Criminal, maybe it's criminal, it'll maybe last 2 to 3 years.
And it is only after that his prison term will be decided, which is a minimum of...
Well, the minimum charge I think will be 5 years.
This brings us to one of the most important questions of this video. What exactly is Vitaly planning to do next? Well, one possible thing that could happen is that if he has access to a smartphone, then he could show his followers the inside of a prison environment just to get more attention, more views on what it looks like to live amongst the criminals. And by keeping that big smile on his face, he is definitely planning something bigger. However, according to the investigation authority, he has no access to a cell phone.
He has no access to a cell phone. He has an access only to a cell phone to contact family or attorney. He is not allowed to vlog about anything which goes on inside the detention facility.
And is getting 3 simple meals a day.
He will live on the national stipend of 3 meals at 70 pesos a day.
But the most baffling part is that Vitaly is currently living in one of the worst prisons in the world. According to the Bureau of Immigration, Vitaly has been transferred to a detention facility in Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig City of the Philippines, a prison where in 2017 2 inmates, 8 were killed and 17 others were injured after devastating fights between 2 criminal gangs emerged. Furthermore, in 2006, 14 inmates again injured in criminal gang war, out of which 4 were Abu Sayyaf members, the most violent Islamist separatist group in southern Philippines. Maybe Vitaly committed the worst mistake of his life, or maybe he might get out of Philippines prison as a changed man. Nonetheless, whatever he did with the locals was something that will never be tolerated by a nation. A warning that Philippines police also issued to their tourists: the Philippines welcomes visitors from all over the world, but those who abuse our hospitality and violate our laws will be held accountable. Harassment and disruptive behavior have no place in our society, and we will take swift action against offenders. Our laws exist to protect the welfare of Filipinos. Let this serve as a reminder that while we welcome visitors, those who fail to respect our people and our laws will face the consequences. So what are your thoughts about Vitaly's arrest? Do you think he could be imprisoned for 25 years? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the like button if you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching.